Hello and welcome to the Ask SVP segment. I am Amer Naik and I will be talking about a host of your needs. Yes, in this segment, we talk about your car and bike needs. What car you want to buy, what bike you want to buy, and of course, what is going on in the industry. And of course, more questions coming from you about upcoming cars and bikes in the country. So let's kickstart today's segment with the first question, and it comes from Saras, who says, my monthly running is 1,400 kilometers. I'm very confused between the Nios Sports AMT petrol and the Baleno Zeta, but worried about mileage from Hyundai car. Kindly guide me. Okay, as far as mileage from the Nios petrol is concerned, it's well above 20 kilometers per liter. And this is ARAI certified. Of course, you won't go much further than your average, probably 22 kilometers per hour that you do in the city. But you need to understand that AMT as such gives, the company at least project that the AMT gives more mileage than a manual transmission. That's not necessarily true, but if your monthly running is 1,400 kilometers, then the Baleno Zeta is a really good option. Now, we haven't driven the Nios Sports that much or the Nios AMT that much to tell you how well it does, but we have driven the Baleno quite a lot to know that it is a great car for a mileage run. And for that running of 1,400 kilometers a month, the Baleno really suits that. And of course, there are a ton of features on the Zeta version as well. So you will have quite a good amount of mileage coming out of that engine. And of course, you don't have to worry about after sales or servicing as far as Maruti Suzuki is concerned. So yes, the Baleno is more powerful than the Nios. The Baleno is more spacious than the Nios, more features on the Zeta too, and a lot better to drive than the Nios. Different segments altogether, but bigger, and of course cargo space is more too. So keep in mind all of that and go in for the Baleno. It is already BS6 compliant, so you will have no problem when the transition happens in April 2020. And so the Nios is also BS6 compliant, so there's no doubting that too. But yes, in this comparison, the Baleno goes far ahead than the Nios for sure. Let's check out the second question. It's from Kaushik Bose, who says, my query is whether the newly launched BS6 cars, for example the Swift or the Baleno 2019, can run on BS6 grade fuel, BS4 grade fuel, sorry, this is the petrol. Is there a possibility of engine damage or filter clogging? Is premium petrol BS4 a suitable alternative for now, as BS6 grade fuel shall be available pan-India from 2020? We have to tell you this now, that Maruti Suzuki has tested the current generation and the current Maruti Suzuki Baleno that's available in the market on BS4 fuel. So there's a lot of testing that has undergone there, and that is why the introduction to happened in April 2019. And you need to understand that yes, it does work. Maruti Suzuki has made it work, and it made it possible too. There will be no engine damage or any filter clogging of any sort with BS4 fuel as far as the Baleno is concerned. So please go ahead if you really want to buy the Baleno with the BS6 version. Do go ahead and buy it. The premium petrol, well, it really depends on you if you want to spend that much on premium petrol. But the normal unleaded petrol too does okay as far as putting it in BS6 cars is concerned. There are a host of people who have already bought them, and a host of them already using it on the roads. So there are no complaints so far from these owners or from Maruti Suzuki as such. There's no problem at all with these cars running on BS4 fuel currently. Obviously, it is taken care of as far as emissions are concerned. They are lower even with BS4 fuel being put into them. Let's take a break right now. On the other side, more questions coming your way, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the Ask SVP segment where you get to ask us questions and we get to answer them. Yes, this is about your wants as far as cars and bikes are concerned, and also about how well you know the auto industry. So any questions your way are thrown at us and we get to answer them. We enjoy doing it, and we enjoy doing it week after week. So let's start with the next set of questions. It is Jupinder Singh who's asked, I am looking to buy a Mahindra Scorpio, but I'm confused with which variant should I buy, as my total budget of the car is below 15 lakh rupees. So I would only be left with the Scorpio S5 variant. And is this variant worth it? Can I add accessories in this variant, or from the missing features, is it worth it? Or should I buy the Scorpio S7? But I think even after purchasing the S7 variant, I would also need to add accessories. So why not buy the S5 and add some more additional accessories from Mahindra or from third-party sellers? Please advise. I am so much confused about it. If you think that it's not going to be a feature-loaded car for you, I think might as well buy the S5 variant, because then you can pick and choose what you want to have. It's essentially, if you're hell bent on buying a Scorpio, I won't deter you from that. But there are cars with much more on offer right now in the market. But if you're looking specifically for the Scorpio, then yes, buy the S5 and make sure that you have a list of accessories that you get, and buy them, because that will prove to be cheaper than basically buying the S7 and then again putting more accessories on it. But just for giving you alternatives to the Mahindra Scorpio, please look at stuff from Tata. If you want the Harrier, there is Kia, which has just now come out with the Seltos. A good ride quality. The only fault that it has is the steering, and we've mentioned that in our review on currentbike.com. So to look at the review as well, and it's a great decision. It's a good car to buy, a good decision right now, especially because BS6 is just around the corner, and Mahindra Scorpio is not BS6 compliant. You will have some issues with the diesel engines going into the transition of BS6. So you might need to think about that decision to buy a Scorpio, especially because of the diesel transition. But if you have options, do check out. There is the Kia Seltos, there is the Hyundai Creta, there is also the option of but if you want something more rugged and like the Mahindra Scorpio, then of course there's the MG Hector that you can look at. But yes, as far as the S5 variant is concerned, you hardly get any features on that, and it's better to buy the S5, put on additional accessories and use the car. Shashank Kumar asks, I want to purchase a 150cc or 160cc bike and have selected two. One option is the Apache 160 RTR and the second option is the Yamaha SZRR version 2. Which one should be a better choice? As far as the 160 RTR is concerned, we had that bike for a longest time with us and we really enjoyed it, absolutely adored that bike, because it's got everything that you want in a commuter bike. It's got the power, it's got the maneuverability, it's got style, it's got great ride and handling as well. So yes, I wouldn't even go into Yamaha right now, but straight away just buy the Apache 160 RTR, and that's the plain answer that you'll get from me, because it is pretty good and it is pretty sturdy and it is there with you for the long run. Well, more questions there now, but let's get into a break right now, and on the other side we have the last segment of questions, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the Ask SVP segment. I'm Amer Naik, and yes, this is the final segment of the Ask SVP segment. Let's get on to straight onto the questions then. Vinod J asks, the XL6 was recently launched and prices seem decent. I already own an Ertiga and I'm planning to sell it, but I'm tempted to buy the XL6. Is the XL6 worth it? Basically, under all of that, the XL6 and the Ertiga are the same car. There are a lot of changes that the company has made to the car, a lot of investment has gone there, but stuff like it does share a lot, right? From the platform, the tailgate is the same, the doors are the same. What has changed is the front end, and that's probably the only change that has happened. And it drives differently too. Same tires as well, no changes in that. The same tires as well. So the XL6 essentially is a premium Ertiga. So if you're looking to buy it, definitely go in for it. A more premium experience from Maruti Suzuki as far as an MPV is concerned. More features on offer too than the Ertiga, and a BS6 compliant engine. As far as the XL6 is concerned, you also need to understand that it has a bit of body roll to it, and that we have experienced during the drive too. But it's nimble, it's nice, it's well weighed, but the slight bit of body roll does make things a little difficult for passengers at the rear. And not to forget, Ertiga is a 7-seater. XL6, as the name suggests, is a 6-seater. Captain seats in the second row, and no, you can't have any customizations on that because it's a 6-seater and offers a more premium experience than the Ertiga. So yes, if you love the Ertiga, then yes, the XL6 will definitely be a good option to replace it with, and that you'll enjoy as well. Well, Kamlakar asks, let's move on to the next question. Kamlakar asks, hi, I am looking for an auto gearbox petrol car in the range of 7 to 8 lakhs. I have the Maruti Swift, Celerio and Hyundai i20 on my mind. You may suggest if any other good one as well. Lot of choices as far as auto gearboxes are concerned now. But as far as your range is concerned, 7 to 8 lakhs, you want the Maruti Swift, the Celerio and the Hyundai i20. Now, it's the AMT that you get in both the Swift and the Celerio. The i20 gets a torque converter. So, the Swift actually has a better AMT. The integration of the AMT is far better than any of the other cars in that segment. You need to understand that there are a lot more cars that have come now with auto gearboxes. So that 7 to 8 lakh, you also get a Santro, which basically is better than the Celerio. So you could check that as well. But if you're hell bent on, I don't think you'll get an automatic transmission of the i20 in 7 to 8 lakhs for sure. What you will get is the AMT version of the newly launched Hyundai Nios, the Grand i10 Nios. You will get that AMT. So a lot of choices that are now that I've put in front of you is the Maruti Swift, the Grand i10 Nios, and of course the Hyundai Santro. Now out of that, do go and check it out. The AMT on the Nios is not that well calibrated, but the Swift, yes, a very good option to go in for as far as an automatic gearbox is concerned. So now we move on to a final question, and it comes from Shubhankar D, who says, hello, I own a Ford Figo. I just found out the prices for the Triber and it seemed affordable. Should I go for the Triber? Please suggest. Depends on which Figo you have. Is it the first generation that came to India, or after that the major facelift that happened? In any case, if you're looking at the Triber, yes, it's a very, very sensible car to buy. We haven't driven it yet, so we don't know exactly how it drives, and we cannot tell you any more about that because we haven't got our hands on the car yet. But as far as the versatility of that car is concerned, the fun element of that car is concerned, the sheer size that it has and the sheer engine options that it has, it just makes it such a sensible and an affordable buy, and a subcompact MPV with 7 seats. I think we were definitely, our price expectation was bang on. We said 4,99,000 rupees. Renault cut that further to 4,95,000 rupees. And under 6 lakh, I think it's really phenomenal how the company has been able to price it that way. So it does look like a great proposition, but do get to drive it and do get behind the wheel and drive it, because we haven't driven it. We don't know what it is. And of course, the AMT hasn't been launched, though the company has said that the AMT will launch very soon. The AMT hasn't been launched. It's just the manual transmission that is on offer. So you need to check that out too. As far as drivability is concerned, we don't think that should be a problem, because it will drive similarly to what the Kwid is. It's just a modified version of the platform that it's based on. So the underpinnings remain the same. Don't really see any more changes in that department. Ride and handling should not be an issue, but still, again, we haven't driven the car, so we won't comment much on it. But yes, the Triber is a great choice if you want to upgrade and you want more people to sit in your car, basically. So yes, go ahead and even in fact tell us about it, because we haven't driven the car. So let us know how it is, and we'll also get to know the other side of things. That's it for this segment, and hope to see more questions coming in from our viewers, and keep them coming. Give us all the questions that you have, and we are here to answer it. Of course, if not here, go on to our social media platforms. We are there on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, even on YouTube. We have our website as well, www.carandbike.com, where you can go and check out whatever reviews and whatever news is happening on a daily basis. And do let us know what else you need in this segment. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, before leaving, a safety tip as always. Always wear your seatbelts while driving, and always wear your helmets while riding. See you next time.